It works. It works. Hey, y'all, and welcome to Monday Teaching Philosophy, a little bit of wisdom from the classroom trenches. Come on in the room, come on in the room, come on in the room. I hope my fans are not making too much noise, but today I got a fan blowing on me because I'm still working out some kinks in this office, as y'all can see. Anyway, let me see. Here we go. I'm trying to do this better with learning the podcasting equipment and stuff like that. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay. Anyway, today, y'all, I want to talk to y'all about what we talked about a few weeks ago, making the goal growth rather than perfection. You know, let's teach our kids a growth mindset. Let them know that it's okay to make mistakes because mistakes help us do what? Grow. And so that's kind of what we want to focus on. When you are in the classroom so many times, like they do, I know testing and you want the grade, but sometimes you focus so much on the grade that you lose teachable moments. I used to tell new teachers, don't focus on teaching so much that you lose your teachable moments. Sometimes we focus on making sure they need to make sure they have this average or A average or this average. And we lose teachable moments with things like saying, oh, well, last time you didn't know this, but now you know this. How did you get from here to there? Those are teachable moments, progress. Talk about growth. Okay, well, last time you only knew how to write A and B. Now you can write A, B, C, D. How did you figure that out? Those are the kinds of things we need in the classroom. Don't be so worried about perfection and doing, making that grade that you lose that progress mindset. We need to celebrate improvement. Like I say, I always said, oh, baby, you only cuss you only cuss one person out today. Because I used to tell even with behaviors, I tell the students, they say, Mr. Demby, I was good. I said, were you? And they say, yeah, I only cussed out one teacher today. That's good. All right. Keep it up. You might get to school one day and not cuss nobody out. I used to have one student named, I won't call his name. I'm going to call him Deontay. That's close to his name, but I won't say his real name. But Deontay used to carry on so bad. He'd be throwing tables and chairs, and he was only like in the first grade. He'd get mad and cuss the teacher out, throw tables and chairs, hitting and fighting and punching. And so I started with him in my room. I didn't even know then he was doing all of that, but I just treated him regular. But we would do our 20-minute mental makeover. I am the best, so I will act like the best. I will use self-control. I will make good choices. I will treat others the way I want to be treated. Therefore, I will be nice and kind to myself and others. I will always stop, think, and breathe and make the right choice everywhere I go. This will help me be my best. Brave. No, that ain't it. Everywhere I go. I came to school to learn, therefore I will learn. The new one says this will help me be my best. But we would do that, and then we do some jumping like I pledge to Jay. Join the Jacob team and be successful. Hey, and we would just do different things. That 20-minute makeover, it includes different phrases. Watch your thoughts. They become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. Then we say, the more that you read, the more things you'll know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. Dr. Seuss. And we say, good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. All is well in my classroom. All is well in my school. All is well in my world. All is well, and I am safe. So after I do that with the kids, I didn't, that I would just do it every morning. And every day they would do it. They would jump around and say it. And I did this with Deontay. I almost said his real name. From first grade, second grade, third grade. At the end of his third grade year, Deontay, his class was coming down the hall and they were making all that noise. They had a sub. And they got to my room, and you know me. That's how I looked when they came in. They didn't know what to do. So I said, we finna turn, we not even gonna start class. Come in and sit down, turn around and watch the clock. And so they had to watch the clock. That's what they do whenever they, that's what I start. My first punishment is to watch the clock. You're gonna watch your music time tick away. All the fun activities that I had planned, we gonna watch them tick away. And then I teach them about the second hand, this blue hand, that's the second hand. So watch it until the minute hand goes here. And I said, Deontay, let me know when the minute hand gets to such and such. So, I always call on the person who I think gonna give me the most trouble. They be the time watcher. And they like that, so they don't never give me trouble. And so they sat and watched the clock. But then after, I said, because y'all was so loud and rowdy, we gonna do affirmations. And now normally, if we do affirmations, most time you would have to write them. But today I was just gonna read them. Deontay wasn't having it. Oh no, I wanna get out of here. It's not right. What if I wasn't the one talking in the hallway? I'm not gonna get out of here. And I'm telling you, Deontay, he went, and I say, but you're not going anywhere. You're gonna still read with everybody else. I'm saying, you ain't going nowhere. I wish you would. Anyway, he say, I'm getting out of here. If I have to climb out this window, I'm getting out. He went and opened the window, pushed the screen out, and the screen hit the floor. He stopped and turned around and looked at me. He said, Mr. Demby, I think I done went too far. I'm only telling you this to show that growth mindset from where he used to just be impulsive and angry, to growing to, even though he still was impulsive and angry, he realized, hey, I went too far. So I said, don't worry about it, Deontay. We gonna go fix it before anybody know about it. I called the receptionist in. I said, can you watch my class just for a few minutes? Me and Deontay gotta go clean something up. And we went outside and put the screen back on the window. And he said, you're not gonna tell Mr. Demby. I'm not gonna tell. He didn't know I was proud of him. I saw that growth mindset. I saw him improving, small improvements at a time. And that's the way we should think about our students in our classroom, instead of wanting them to be perfect. And that's what one of my fifth grade, Mr. Demby, you expect perfection, and we can't be perfect. And I said, well, you've been with me since kindergarten. I do expect perfection. You should know these things by now. But I'm not, I understand what you're saying. I need to take my own advice and think about the small increments. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm a hush. When you teaching, don't be stressed out, worried about, oh my God, they gotta get this. If you can see them improving, you're doing your job. Okay. And sometimes the stress of teaching is put on by us, not by the administrator, not by the parent, not by testing. Most of the time, it's our own stress that we put on ourselves because we feel like we should be miracle workers. And sometimes the miracle is just seeing those small improvements. All right, I'm gonna hush y'all. Y'all remember, oh, let me see, mash another button. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Remember, where the spirit of learning is, there is liberty. And I hope this wasn't too loud. We'll see.